America, we have a deadline hanging over our head, and it's August 2nd. That is the day that the country hits the debt limit, the debt ceiling of $14 trillion. So, how do we solve our spending problem? As if we had one. There's a new idea. The U.S. Postal Service could be the answer. It's a union leader that has this idea. To alleviate the post office $8.5 billion deficit, he says, let's not cut Saturday delivery. Because that would impact 80,000 jobs and save $3 billion. That's not enough. He says, the president of the National Association of Letter Carriers, that we should consider a new idea, like conducting the census 10 years down the road, or national polling, or delivering medications, or helping law enforcement in a number of ways. Ooh. If we could give them a badge and a gun, wouldn't that be great? Specifically, he suggested adding sensors to the postal trucks to detect biological terror threats. That sounds cheap. He says, quote, they can work with Homeland Security to detect things that are in the air. Wow, that is awesome. If we could just give our postal workers AK-47, wouldn't that be great? Give them handguns, a badge, some metal detector thing, and they can sniff out the mail and everything. The mailmen can fight crime. They can stop terrorists. We could maybe get rid of our firefighters too, because they could fight fires. They're in the neighborhood. Why don't we have them pick up our garbage too? We wouldn't need garbagemen, firemen, police, nothing. We'll just make them members of Homeland Security, because after all, they're already out on the streets. They see everything. All these people are losing their jobs. The mail carriers would be a force of 200,000. Think about it. 100 cities cutting cops because they can't afford it. But now we make the letter carriers, Department of Homeland Security officials, 200,000 sets of eyes. It'd be like having a civilian force that would be just as powerful, just as strong, and just as well funded as the military.
We cannot continue to rely only on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well funded.
We should think about that. Yeah, we should think about that. Tomorrow, all the history you asked for, answering your history questions, because there's only now 11 episodes left, and we wanted to check back in with David Barton and some of your favorites back here live. You'll walk away knowing more than 88% of all the 12th graders that can't pass history in America. We'll see you then from New York. Good night, America.